Okay, so in the top, in the Toronto blue, it's Xenocider. How weird is that? And in the bottom, in the red, it's Root MaSa.
Yeah, it could be the Maple Leaf Red. MaSa and the
yeah,
Maple Leaf Red. Yep, MaSa, our Canadian champion, trying to bring one home. Trying to get into the WCS system so that he can go compete at WCS Toronto.
That would be great. Patio. I love 3-minute delay. It's so funny.
So, what do you think will be, or who do you think is going to be going to WCS Toronto? Because there's going to be some, some of the biggest names in the foreigner scene.
I think MaSa will. I really want MaSa to. I thought Stardust was going to make it out today, but that didn't happen.
Yeah, Stardust didn't make it. He got knocked out pretty early, too. Pretty early. A lot earlier than you would expect, really.
These builds are like exactly the same so far.
Yeah, we will probably have 2 Reaper openings. The Reapers might even butt heads in the middle of the map.
This is like the weirdest setup we have right now.
Well, we'll see how the Reaper matchups fare against each other.
Wow, I can just look at everybody. Anyway. So they're probably just both going to get the Reaper to scout. There's really no reason not to.
No.
Oh, exactly. Except
fast
they actually both end up going
for factories. Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess they're probably both favoring mech builds. I mean, you have to have those Marines out to deal with the potential for your opponent to go for the Reaper build. So if you want to deal with that, you're going to need 2 Marines. But they might be going for like a mech versus mech showdown, which would be pretty cool to see. I mean, there is a soft spot in many StarCraft players' hearts for watching a good mech game.
Artosis?
Yeah, particularly Artosis. I don't think there's anyone who likes mech quite as much as that man. And that's Starport. So we got a 1/1/1 coming out of Xenocider.
Both of them, actually.
And also a 1/1/1 coming out of MaSa. So do you expect Banshees?
I expect a Widowmine drop.
Widowmine drop?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a possibility. Here is the Widowmine of MaSa.
Let's see where it goes, though. It seems... Okay, it's just going to hang out there on that ramp.
Whereas Xenocider is most certainly going for Banshees, or if he suspects that MaSa is, he would go for the Raven himself. But no, it's a Banshee coming out.
And yes, looks like MaSa is going to do the old switcheroo.
And is he going to go for the Banshee or the Raven? It's the Banshee as well. So MaSa's is going to be a little bit slower. If Xeno's Banshee happens to fly over this Widowmine, that'd be a great pickup for MaSa. But where is it going to come? It's rallied straight over.
Right over the Marines.
Right over the Marines, and it looks like it's going to be right over the Widowmine, too. So if he's not paying attention, that could completely shut this down.
I can imagine that he'll actually just go in from that direction.
It depends how much he values the speed of getting there. Like, if you want to be sneaky, you can take it around and, juke and jive and end up coming in from, like, maybe over here or up here. But it seems like he's just going straight at it, although it will not hit the Widowmine. Although MaSa does have the reaction time to really deal with it. It's going to lose at least a few SCVs.
That scan was a little premature there.
Yeah. Banshee's got 3 kills already. He's gonna just continue to get more, but now MaSa's Banshee's... Oh, MaSa's Banshee got hit by the Widowmine. And there's already a Raven out for both sides. But the thing is, this Banshee can just... You know, it's got more range than the Marine, so it could have just kited that indefinitely. Instead, it ends up... Well, it's gonna keep doing work. This Banshee's got 16 kills already, and it...
This is a ridiculous amount of damage.
Yeah, that's like almost game-ending damage right there.
This is, like, that's so huge.
And Xeno's just continuing to build up. He's got his Marine tank set up going with the Raven for dealing with any other Banshees that MaSa gets out there. And Xeno's Banshee is still alive, so it's going to go home, it's going to get healed up, and it can come out and be annoying for another day.
Now, although that Banshee did get 18 kills, only 8 of them were actually workers.
That's true. So that's not quite as bad as it could have been, but resetting the Marine count is pretty rough in and of itself. And it looks like this roaming Raven Viking force is looking for MaSa's Banshee, and they might just cross paths. It's hard to tell. Depends where Xeno sends this next. And it looks like the Banshee's going to get intercepted.
Okay. Well, the Raven's going to come over here and completely chase it away.
Yeah. Although the Banshee dodged it, so it's going to go into the main. But then the issue is that MaSa might not be able to deal with this this push that Xeno's got coming, and the Banshee has to actually turn around to try and help defend it. The Banshee can pick off some of the tanks reinforcing, or really anything reinforcing. Any kill at this point is something that MaSa needs.
Okay, so we're going to have engagement at the front of MaSa's base now.
Point defense drone versus point defense drone.
Oh, the Raven of MaSa gets taken down.
But so is the Raven of Xeno. So MaSa does have the defender's advantage. He has an extra tank.
He also has air superiority here.
Yep, which is exceptionally important in this matchup. And he retains the air superiority, so his tanks are slightly more effective than Xeno's. He's got that extra, I mean, it's not the extra range, but the extra vision that allows him to use the range. And Moss is just repairing his tanks at home so that he can continue to fight with them.
This Banshee
being quite annoying.
It's finally getting some work done.
Oh, is he gonna die? Oh, he just escaped
barely. With it. 3 or 2 health left.
And it's almost out of cloak too. That thing needs to go home right now. And a lot of this matchup is decided by, like you were saying earlier, the air superiority. And it's just it's just so important in this matchup to be able to maintain the air and keep your siege tanks at maximum effectiveness. Although it seems like Xeno's going for more of a marine tank, where MaSa is going full mech. So that could end up being a deciding factor if Xeno goes for more of a drop play rather than straight up engagements.
What do you mean full mech?
Pardon?
Just a marine tank here.
Okay. Oh yeah, MaSa is also transitioning into marine tank Viking, I guess.
So you need the Vikings to back up your medevacs.
Exactly.
And to kill their Vikings.
And it looks like it's now MaSa's turn to try and push into this base. Although the siege tank spread is very good. So it's gonna be difficult to get anything done against that. He's got to be careful where he sieges up too. He can potentially take out these supply depots.
Big step forward from Xenocider there.
Yep. MaSa finally lost his one Banshee that he had for so long. And this is supply block Xeno, so even though Xeno has a significantly higher supply than MaSa, he's got the squeeze applied to him. And while this is happening, MaSa's able to go take his third base. And now he just unsieges and goes home.
14 of that supply for Xenocider is actually in SCVs.
Oh, and there's a drop over here that may end up doing some damage.
Looks like he's decided to come around to the front entrance of MaSa's main.
Maybe try and deny the third.
Or he would have been sandwiched by these two forces.
Yeah, so now that MaSa's home to defend this, he should be able to hold on with good siege tank positioning, although I don't think he has air control anymore.
He does, actually. I don't know where all those Vikings are. Oh, they're all there. He has 5 Vikings to 3.
Oh, okay. So he could even use those to pick off a few of these medevacs.
Especially that one that had an accidental
oh, but you gotta be careful.
Forward.
Gotta be careful with those Vikings. Don't want to lose them.
Oh, he picks off the other one.
Yep, all the medevacs are gone now, so that really reduces the effectiveness of the bio, or all the medevacs there.
Now, it looked like Xenocider was going to try and go for sandwich, but it just didn't work out in his favor, especially once those 2 medevacs had been picked off. So now MaSa's third is already operational, actually for a little while too. And Xenocider's just now landing.
Yes. So the economic advantage, I don't really want to say economic. Oh no, they're tied up on workers now too. Okay, never mind. I was gonna say that Xeno is probably still a little bit ahead because of the worker advantage.
But he has the army advantage now.
That's for sure, a huge army advantage. So MaSa needs to play defensive and macro up to be able to fight this off.
Hey, Xenocider has 60 Marines to 25. Like those 2 extra Vikings MaSa has are not really going to be enough to take on like double the Marine count.
No.
Xenocider has 3 extra tanks as well.
And there's also the fact that, Xeno does not have the air superiority, but he can just sacrifice a bit of economy and keep scanning so that it doesn't matter. That was interesting.
Questionable.
I think he was maybe trying to save his add-on by tanking the shots, but it died anyway.
Okay, so now Xenocider's just going to elevate her up in here and try and pick off some of the production buildings of MaSa.
This looks like it might be the end for MaSa.
Well, Xenocider just has so many more Marines than MaSa.
Yeah, he just has a very large army advantage in general. But it looks like MaSa's deciding that he cannot fight this, and he's just going to go try and drop. And, I mean, I think that's a pretty decent decision. If you can't fight something, don't try to, because you'll just lose. He's going to avoid the problem, go around, try and do a drop. He can actually pick up these 3 Marines that are here. I'm not even sure why they're there. Oh, but Xeno is dropping on top of the siege tank line. Didn't work out that well for him because the Marines of MaSa were able to pick off the medevac, but this drop of MaSa got picked off by these Vikings as well. So that was really one of MaSa's last hopes.
He actually did try and drop, but it got shut down really, really hard. Now MaSa's coming around on the left side of the map here. But there's just so much of Xenocider's forces there. There's no way he can take that on. MaSa really needs to do something about this tank.
Yeah, the brigade
at the little junction there.
It's an interesting contain because he's not blocking his ramp or anything. He's literally just sitting there. Like, there's nothing important over there except the fact that there was a bunch of production down here that got taken out. But now there's nothing important to kill, but it's still a very rough position to be dealing with.
There's another force of Xenocider coming from the left, which is going to easily take out this group of Marines with this no medevac support. And that's GG. Game 1 goes to Xenocider.
We're going to be going into game 2 in just a few moments. And Xeno's really going to want to close this out because
he has school tomorrow.
Yes.
Got to get up at 5.
That's true. Xeno was saying in the WCS group chat that he needs to leave because he has to wake up in like 6 hours and go to school. So, Xeno...
Why do you gotta get up at 5?
I don't know.
Like, really?
But yeah, Xeno really wants to close this series out. I wonder if we'll see a cheese or something. Maybe something like that.
Proxy 2 racks. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so some sort of early cheese. It's definitely a possibility, but at the same time, MaSa is going to really want to hold on because, like we were talking about earlier, these WCS spots are so important. If you don't get into WCS North America, you're essentially irrelevant for a few months. Like, I mean, that sounds mean.
What a beautiful way to put it.
It sounds mean, but like, what other things? Like, that's the big thing for all the foreigner players.
It is. It's a big tournament, and even non-foreign players, when it wasn't region locked.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about the WCS.
That, and you need the WCS points to go to BlizzCon.
That's true too. So just the importance of this match is, it cannot be understated. I cannot state it anymore. God, words are not coming to me. It's very important. Very important. Cannot be understated. That was what I was trying to say.
Okay, I think we get it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can continue to repeat myself for the next little while.
There's someone in the chat called Protoss My Salad.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
Name. I'm pretty hungry.
Me too. It's been a long day of casting. We need to get some food after this.
Check. That's right. Both the bacons. And I'm going to add both of them after and tell them that we're friends forever. Change our... Yeah. Is this best of 3 or 5?
I believe it's a best of 3. I want to say it's a best of 3. I'm pretty sure all of them are best of 3s.
I never remember.
It's tough sometimes. So down here, up here, in the top left, we have in the blue, the Evil Genius's blue, Xenocider. And in the bottom right, representing Root Gaming, we have MaSa.
In the Maple Leaf Red.
The Maple Leaf Red. Now, I know I was complaining yesterday that Huck was playing in that tournament and he wasn't blue.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm really glad that somebody listened. I'm going to declare that they listened. Somebody listened and Xenocider is now playing blue in true EG spirit.
Oh, Country Lilac is saying skip school and get money. If only that worked that way.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, for some of us, and by some of us I mean me, I get money for going to school.
I'll tell you what, if I made money for skipping school, I would have been rich in high school. So I can.
No wonder you can't grammatically.
I can magic tell you right now
biography
that doesn't work.
So I was talking about university. It's totally different, especially now. Oh, I'm not even gonna start. I'm just gonna get angry now. Okay, so far these builds are pretty much the same.
Yep, we've got TVT syndrome where both players are doing the exact same thing.
We have mirror matchup.
That's actually true.
Yeah,
but
much.
Neither of them have the gas to go right into their factories. So Xeno's going for the Reaper, whereas MaSa is going for a Marine and potentially right into the factory after, but his minerals are very low. So this might line up. I think this is going to line up so that he can build the factory right when he gets 150 minerals.
And with that Reaper, he can easily get into the base. And get a scout.
Yeah. Although MaSa will have the 2 Marines needed to deflect that. The Reaper is going to chase this down, though. That SCV is not going to make it.
Oh, maybe he didn't see it.
Or he just gifted it life. Maybe he wanted to get across the map and have a better chance of not getting the scout shut down. Now, where's he going to go with it? He's not going to go up that little ledge where MaSa was expecting him. He'll probably come around here. He's just going to walk in. He's not even going to use the cliff jumping.
Doesn't need to. That SCV is going to go down.
Yep.
That's really annoying.
Gets a quick kill, delays the factory.
Just by a little bit, but,
every bit counts. Every bit counts, especially in a mirror matchup. And Xeno's already throwing down his command center.
Well, MaSa is as well, but Xenocider didn't get to see it.
Oh, that's
the Reaper
true.
left just before, but now he's going to see it.
And he can even delay that.
And he's going to get the kill. Oh, 5 minerals, too. Ooh. That SCV was worth 55 minerals.
Even more impressive. So, yep, Xeno is going to be very happy with all that scouting information. He saw the factory. He would have seen the reactor, too, and also the command center. Killed 2 SCVs. Like, things could not have went better for him there.
So he's Xenocider is building a bunker at home to deflect the Hellions that are on the way.
Yep.
Which he can safely assume are coming, judging by what he saw.
Well, where's the other one? I see one there.
One's still in the main.
Oh yeah, okay. I guess trying to deny the Reaper if it comes back.
Yeah.
And they're hunting for it, and it's about to find it. Oh, but it's going to hop up that cliff. And it is going to get away. Reapers are so slippery like that.
They're the slipperiest unit. Even more slippery than my probes. And let me tell you, I have some slippery probes.
Oops.
What are you trying to do? It's control.
That's what I was doing. Wait.
Do you do control or shift?
Xeno's up.
Stop pressing buttons, you might break it.
Xeno's up 1-0. I was trying to change the score thing.
Oh, I thought you would have a best of 3 there. Okay. So this Hellion harass got denied quite easily.
Yep, that bunker at the front with the few extra Marines, it's more than enough to keep those Hellions out of there. But MaSa has got the dropship coming. And Xeno has the Banshee going out too. So we've got, a battle of the harassments, but MaSa's is going to hit first. And how much can he get done with it? Probably not too much. Not looking like it.
He saves 3 of the Hellions, so that's really important.
And what will get done with the Banshee?
Now, currently, all MaSa has for detection are scans.
Building a turret, but is not done.
Okay, so this one Viking, it won't immediately kill it. And by it, I mean the Banshee with one scan. But now that it's in turret range, you can just kill it, finish off with one scan. Should be able to. And there we go.
Gets the Hellion on his way out. So that I would say that Banshee was well worth it. Four SEV kills and a Hellion. Also forced some turrets out of MaSa. And this drop is, it's still poking around, but it's getting more and more dangerous just because of how low its health is. You really don't want to lose that medevac.
We got the mule, though.
Yep, so that's a nice little pickup. Mules, they just provide you so much income. And there's another Banshee just heading around being as annoying as possible.
What's the name of the game? I know it's actually the name of the game is StarCraft, but it's really being as annoying as possible until you kill your opponent.
Yep. So that Banshee, not quite as effective as the other one, but still a nice little harassment unit. And it keeps MaSa back in his base as well, which is important to note.
Xenocider is getting his upgrades behind this. And MaSa, yeah, he's got stim already, but Xenocider's gonna have 1-1 and combat shields by the time his stim's about to be finished.
So it's going to be a much stronger bio army than MaSa's. And if you look at the supply, he's got an advantage there too, both in workers and army.
That was different.
Yeah, so MaSa lost the marine battle in the middle of the map. That tall grass is a little bit OP. Gotta say that right there. A little bit OP.
Now, once again, MaSa has less than half the Marines that Xenocider has. Sure, he's got air superiority, and that's always important too. But with 18, 17 now more Marines than MaSa.
I mean, the supply itself tells a huge story. Like, that is so much extra supply. But the question is, does MaSa know? Does Xeno know that he's that far ahead? Because he potentially could just walk over and kill MaSa right now. But like we all know, StarCraft is a game of limited information. And if he just doesn't know that he can win, then he might not win.
Well, not so beautifully put. MaSa's got a drop coming around at the top of the map.
Oh, yep.
And although just full Marines, this could be quite effective. There are only 4 Marines at home right now.
Well, the sensor tower's there, so it forces a big reaction. And Xeno is all ready for that.
Doesn't even get to unload the Marines.
No. Burns some medevac energy, which is nice, but it's not the damage that he wants to get done with that. And Xeno's just really interested in not dying. Throwing up his sensor towers for that little bit of extra vision. He's got Marines patrolling the map or just hanging out so that, he tries not to miss any doom drops.
Now, Xenocider's third is already up and mining. So big drop here from MaSa. SCVs get pulled immediately. The tank gets taken out. So not nearly as effective as he would have liked.
No, he does kill some workers though. It gives MaSa it theoretically gives him a bit of an economic advantage, but not when you consider the fact that MaSa has not yet landed his third base. And you need You need those extra bases to really make having more workers worth it.
Well, MaSa doesn't even have a third command center. So Xenocider has triple mules.
Yeah, triple mules are a huge deal. Also, just the extra mining patches available. But MaSa's just going for the Doom Drop. I think he's recognized that this is his only opportunity to fight this army.
Xenocider's gonna have +2/2 soon. So MaSa hasn't even started 2/2. He only has 1.
And that tank did not even shoot. Okay, so well, let's see how the Doom Drop's doing.
This is it right here. Xenocider's gotta clean this drop up. And GG.
GG is called by MaSa.
Evil Genius's Xenocider takes it 2-0.